The Easy Woman Spears, for sure.
Excuse me. Did you see
There's free water upstairs.
I hear Adriana's walking.
I brought some tissues in case it was emotional.
I brought some tissues in case it was emotional. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I hope you are having a good evening. I am Honky and welcome to my world. We're gonna get right to it with this confession, okay? I'm emotionally and sexually addicted to an AI fan fiction app and it's ruining my life. The title is an admission that I've struggled to make, but I just want to know if others are dealing with the same sort of fixation or if I'm completely alone in my dependency. I, 21, female, have been an avid fan fiction reader since 2021. I was dealing with a lot of mental health issues and lost myself in that world. It was not excessive, but it was my main hobby. Twilight was my preferred medium, but I enjoyed other medias. This year, I'd say in the past 2 to 3 months, I downloaded an app called Glimmer. On this app, you choose a fictional world to create a storyline in. For example, I could play a Harry Potter CYOA, make my own character, then write in text boxes the choices I want to make. The AI fills in the rest. I say something to Hermione, Hermione, Hermione. And then the AI writes her responses and creates a storyline for your direction. From your direction. You can do anything in these, and they can get extremely vulgar. The only thing the AI really doesn't allow is sexual content with little people. Everything else is fair game. I'm going through a really tough time with my mental health at the moment. Parentheses, a raging eating disorder, a major depressive episode, and the loss of my childhood pet. End of parentheses. So I escaped into the app. Now I've spent over $200 on turns with the app, which is what you use to make choices. I've called out of work multiple times, did a few no-call, no-shows. Girl, no calls, no shows. Bitch, you still got a job? They need you that much? You know, in my place of employment, just one call, no show is goodbye. Let's get back to the text. I've called out of work multiple times, did a few no-call, no-shows, and even paid other people money to take my shifts. Just a few days ago, I paid someone $40 to take my shift, then spent $50 on the app. And I'm not in a position to just throw money away like that. I try and rationalize it by telling myself that it makes me feel better, so it's worth the money. But it's becoming embarrassing. I'm against AI completely. I don't interact with AI. Girl, you've been interacting with AI and giving it your money through the app. What is wrong? It says, I'm against AI completely. I don't interact with AI content on social media and refuse to use it in school. I'm an English major. And I'm ashamed that I'm so dependent on AI for a bit of happiness. The worst, most embarrassing part is that creating sexual scenarios in the app is the only thing that gets me off anymore. I am masturbating multiple times a day, multiple times per session to increasingly taboo topics. For example, I created a I don't know what that is, dark character, and have Rob and Jon Snow as my sexual partners. Yes, I have a boyfriend, 19 male, and we barely participate in intimacy because he doesn't arouse me like that, like the characters do on Glimmer. I know I fall into the app because of how unhappy and unsatisfied I am with my life, and I don't know how to get out of it because it seems to be the only thing that makes me happy. I just needed to get this off my chest and see the responses of other people, or see how any of you were able to get out of addictions / habits that weren't good for you. Side note, I started using an AI role play fan fiction app while going through an extremely difficult period of my life. It's become the only thing that consistently makes me happy. I've spent over 200 on it, skipped work, and it started replacing intimacy with my boyfriend. I know I'm using it to escape my depression and other problems, but I don't know how to stop. Hello, Miss Viewers of You, my VIP. Welcome. An Incredible Hulk has been looking for you. He today's what? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, I'm gonna aim for Friday, because he has some stuff to say to you, Miss View. Now, I wouldn't be a diligent husband if I already wasn't all up in the Kool-Aid and knew exactly what he needed to say to you, Miss View. But I will let him speak for himself. I'm sorry, what? My bad. You know, I get so into character that I don't know why I was doing the character voice, Miss View. I did not mean that. I apologize. No, my husband has been looking for you, Miss View, because he has some stuff he wants to share with you. So he's not around right now. But I'm gonna aim for the Friday show. You know, I'll do my thing. I'll wait around till you come through, and then we'll switch gears to that. Yeah, because it's I'm just gonna let him tell it. Anyway, so we are here dealing with this young female that has been just really involved in this AI. Miss View says he has to speak himself. I heard. He wants to speak himself. I heard. Yes. Yes. Well, it's his thing, his story to tell. So, but this young lady is obsessed with, and you know, I recently was just perusing the internet and I saw, Miss View, there's this whole movement of people who are now using AI to go on dinner dates. Literally, like they prop up their phone and they have an AI sitting with them at the table at the restaurant while they're having dinner. That like there's now a bigger wave of people. Just like there's people that have them dolls, and they treat them like real children, or like the men that have like life-size dolls and they live with them and dress them up on the whole nine. Just like that, but AI. Isn't that some shit? So this young girl is really into that. Now let's see what some people are saying. Somebody says, I don't think you're addicted to AI as much as you're addicted to escaping. The app just happens to be the easiest exit right now. Skipping work and losing interest in your actual relationship is the part I take seriously. You're definitely not the only person who end up here. And it sounds like it's time to get some real support instead of trying to fight it alone. Okay? I can see this too as, I've seen people that have been so obsessed and addicted to YouTube, and to like drama on YouTube. And no matter how they look, they're going to, well, some people will say I'm addicted because I come through every day. No, I'm just doing my own challenge. Okay? Which the challenge was, can I go live every single day for a year plus? That was the challenge, and so far I have exceeded the expectations. But wait, just you wait until 2027 rolls around. You hardly gonna see me around here. Juanqui Bro is gonna go on a long, hard, and uncut, extended vacation, and then I have to figure out what the content is going to be. But I ain't getting this in 2027 every single day. Are you insane? I digress. Somebody else says, something that's useful for getting unhooked from AI is run scenarios past it so stupid that any illusion is broken. Prompted with now aliens who only eat socks attack. And then, oh, no, blue is now red. And everyone now talks. Oh, God. Whatever. One last one. And then I'm going to give it my advice. And then I want to ask the AI some ish about the AI. Somebody says, so is Soul Cook. Not reading that one. Somebody says, I really respect how open you're being about this. What you're describing is becoming a big issue for people. What you're describing feels like a big disconnect with life. The fact you're aware it's a problem is the first step. Will you be open to therapy? It could really help you untangle the root of all this, or even directly facilitate the best way to remove yourself from this app in a healthy way. I have people in my life. No, it's not my husband. Just people in my life who have become addicted to AI, have become addicted to like fantasy world and all of that. And, all I will say is, there's nothing wrong with expanding your creativity, exercising your creativity. I'm an actor. Well, I'm a retired actor. So I played in make-believe a lot, and and all of that, and it served its purpose for a particular period of your life. But if you're now having sexual relations with that AI, that's different, and definitely worth exploring. Why are you preferring to spend sexy time with an AI rather than your boyfriend? Doesn't make any sense. And the only reason why you were doing that, why you will be doing that, is because there's something you're trying to escape from. Now, I have cranked up my AI right now. Yes. Hi. New question. Hi. New question. Is AI going to take over humanity? I want to see what AI, because I'm very frank and direct. I'm asking AI if AI is going to take over humanity. The short answer, no credible expert consensus predicts that, but there is real disagreements about the risk AI does pose. A few distinct things get lumped under AI takeover worth separating. Science fiction scenarios like robots deciding to rule us, not something serious researchers are warning about. That's not how current AI systems work. They don't have goals or desires independent of what they're trained to do. Loss of control risk, a real area of research concern as AI systems get more capable of autonomous, could they end up pursuing goals that are subtly misaligned with what we want in ways that are hard to correct? This is debated seriously by AI safety researchers, including at Anthropic, though views vary widely on how likely or near terms this is. Concentration of power. A lot of more grounded concern is less about AI wanting control and more about it becoming a tool that lets a small number of people or institutions accumulate outsized power, such as economics, military, or political. Hard stop. You know, as you know, as this war keeps going, the U.S. has really stepped it up and involved AI. And Anthropic, which is one of the big name players in the whole AI thing, you know, you got ChatGPT, you got Anthropic. Anthropic used to have a contract with the Department of Defense, with the Pentagon. That contract got cut short, and they got threatened because Anthropic refused to allow the Trump administration to have access to these models that Anthropic has developed, in which these models would then run wars. Essentially, what the Pentagon, the Trump administration, was trying to do was trying to force Anthropic to hand over this knowledge, so that, but Anthropic was saying, oh, hell no, we won't, because we know what the fuck this administration is. And the model supposedly, you know, it's like self-autonomous. And so the model will decide who to go to war with, how to go to war with, and when to go to war with. Okay? Could you just imagine? So good for Anthropic. For still having a sense of humanity. This is why I support them and not any of the others' AI. Yes, my AI is from Anthropic. So yeah, that's just a little 2 cents right there. But going back to the young lady, I am sure that now, as because I remember these like ads and things for back when it was like Facebook and Instagram, and not even with AI. There are programs available. I'm sure there's now programs for AI to get yourself away from the AI. She's too young to be disinvested in fucking make believe. You know what I'm saying? She's too young to not be out there, you know, laying on the grass and looking at the sun and developing a relationship with her boyfriend. You know, this is the making of, you know, young people who are then going to become adults living in this fantasy world, not wanting to interact with humans, you know, having everything be through the AI. This girl is like in a sexual relationship with her AI. It says volumes as to her. Like, it just speaks volumes. So you are young enough where you can still turn this around. Please get you some help, girl. I wish you the best of luck. All right. I want to thank everybody here coming through. I want to thank everybody for coming through. I am a little tired. I'm going to retire to my bedroom chambers now on this Thursday Eve. I do this every night. Every night I do this. And as such, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Have a productive day tomorrow. Stay safe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.